Y'all just follow me on this, okay? Because what I'm about to say is a lot, and it may gag a few of y'all, okay? Now, y'all know for the longest, Tim and Bnee and Karrin have all been denying that Karrin, Brene's sister, did not sleep with Tim. You know, there's even been several allegations that Karrin's second child could possibly be Tim's, right? Well, last night, baby, let me tell you, Barbie, Black Goddess, all asked Karrin's ex-girlfriend from high school, who lived with them at that time, several questions related to this topic. And she confirmed that Tim and Karrin indeed slept together. And she went on to say a few other things that never hit the internet, okay? So y'all may need to take a seat while y'all listen to this, because it is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. And shout out to Barbie and Black Goddess, and also Vashawn, for even coming forth with this information, y'all. So just check it out and let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.
Vashawn, did you say what we thought you said? I just needed to know.
I've been saying what y'all been saying, but y'all didn't know was true. So I'm just confirming.
When you say you was there when she was cheating with Tim, like, were y'all in a relationship and she was actually also cheating on you with Tim?
No. No, ma'am. That was me and her dating like in high school. That's some like little kid stuff, you know.
So
yes,
was
ma'am.
this a one-time thing, or it was more than?
I can't confirm how many times, but I know it was at least that one, you know. So from what the situation was, it was multiple, but I can't confirm or deny, like, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't there personally, like there, but I was there when, you know, Bnee and all them came out, you know, about it to me. So I really stopped. I was checking on Bnee like around the month or so before she announced that her and Devin was getting a divorce or whatever. You know, I was just checking on her, asking her, you know, was she good or whatever. She like, yeah, I'm good. And then she just stopped responding. And then everything came out. And eventually she just blocked me, her and Karrin. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I ain't tripping. It's been a year. You know, y'all do y'all thing. But it's just Tim, like, I don't know. It was just irritating me, that lie that they got on. And he was like, I ain't never did with Karrin. Or so whatever he said, something like that. And I'm just like, bro, come on now.
Right.
Come on now. Come on, like, I know what you was doing. Like, I know what you was doing. Like, for real. Come on now.
So the video...
Yeah, I've never met Tim personally, though, so I can't say that. I've never met him personally. I've never seen him in person. None of that. Everything I've seen was, like, on camera or, you know, word of mouth, you know, and I've seen, you know, messages and, you know, stuff like that from back in the day. Like, I'm pretty sure Tim and Karrin got messages, I'm pretty sure. Like, if they really wanted to go back into it for real, like, yeah. Like that.
V-Dog.
Yes, ma'am. What's up?
Yeah. Quick question. Okay, this is what we want to know. How do you know for a fact, not an opinion, that Karrin was messing around with Tim? Like, how do you know for a fact?
Bnee called me one day and basically saying she was about to get, you know, catch Karrin. And I'm like, what you mean? She like, well, Tim car parked in the back. Like, they got cameras and stuff, you know. So Tim car parked in the back. She like, I'm about to call Karrin and see what she about to say. You can see Karrin coming from the back door and running up the steps. So Bnee called her like, what you doing? She tried to act like she was asleep. But the whole time Tim was parked in the back of the house. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all won't do nothing, for like, they came to my apartment and, you know, we all chopped it up a bit. So I don't know why they trying to lie about it, because y'all came and told me. I wouldn't have known, you know what I'm saying, if y'all didn't tell me that situation, and then if I didn't answer the phone that day when she called me.
So after you found out, okay, so she was getting clapped up in the car. Cool. So after that, you started tension between B Smalls and Karate Chop.
Nah, Renee didn't even say nothing to her. Like, it was when she told me it was 2020. And I said, what the, I'm thinking when she told me it was happening right then. So I'm like, yo, did you say something to her? And she like, nah, this happened a year ago. I said, this happened a year ago, Renee? And you still ain't saying nothing to her? And they ended up calling me some months later. She ended up calling me some months later and was like, I'm like, Renee, I can't say that you never tried. Like, you was flirting. Like, you was telling me, like, you was typing stuff out, and then I couldn't read it. You space, and you never asked me or whatever you had to say. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's really.
I got one V-Dog. I got one last.
What's up?
I got one last question from me. And tell the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
So help you God,
I
don't
will.
lie.
I promise.
Did you ever, I'm talking about even if it was for 30 seconds, did you ever smell tilapia?
I promise, right hand on the Bible, I've never smelled them like smell bad. They've never ever smelled bad ever. Like never. I can honestly say that no, I'm not lying.
Even with all that black on their thighs.
I promise. I don't know about now, but back then, no. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know about Karrin. I don't really know too much about Bnee. So I can't speak for her, but I can speak for Karrin and say no.
All right, I'm gone, V-Dog. I love you, dog. Yeah.
All right, love y'all. Love y'all.
Wait, don't
For
go.
real.
I'm not done.
No, I'm here. What's up?
Okay, so what year, if you don't mind asking, was this when they got caught, or Bnee, I guess, caught them, Tim and Karrin, been, just messing around? What year was that?
Okay, I can't remember. Like, I can't place it in a timeline. I know it happened, but I just don't remember if it was. It had to be before the fact. You know what I'm saying? Because Tim and Karrin was texting, and Bnee was like, how y'all start texting? And Karrin was like, we best friends. And me and Bnee was sitting there like, what you mean?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Kayla.
So this had to be 2019. This had to be 2019.
Give me 1 second, Vashawn. Kayla, I see that you up in here. So if your family up in here with you, you can go on and come up in here, sweetheart. You not sneaky. Kayla, I see that you up in here. The K with the black heart and stuff, I seen you up in here, sweetheart. You not slick. I'm sorry, Vashawn. You can go ahead.
Nah, you good. I don't even remember what I was saying. I seen somebody ask did she cheat on me. She did, but not with Tim.
I have a question, Vashawn, if you don't mind me asking. I'm Tina. Nice to meet you, and thank you for coming on and sharing your experiences. So, okay. Let me ask you this. So when you were dating Karrin, and in a relationship with Karrin, would Bnee just openly flirt with you? Like, was that just normal for her? Like, did you find that?
Nah, it wasn't a normal thing. It was like every now and then, or I don't know if it was to make Karrin mad. I really couldn't tell you, but it wasn't like an everyday thing. Like I'm expecting it or nothing. Like it would happen randomly, so it would throw me off. Like she done hopped in the shower with me one time. And I was like, bro, what? For Bnee? Yeah, like I was in the shower. Me and Karrin was in the shower, matter of fact. Karrin got out of the shower and went to the sink, right? As she getting out, Bnee get in the back of the shower. I'm still in there, but of course she behind me, so I ain't peeked until I turned around. I'm like, bro, what you doing? And that was literally, like, Karrin got mad at me for that. I'm like, how you mad at me? Like, so that would literally start all our arguments. And then, I'm like, bro, if you got issue with your sister, say that. Don't tell me that, tell her that.
So do you think Karrin is scared of Bnee?
I would say so. I would say so to a certain extent. Like, she don't want to take it. I wouldn't say she's scared. I would say she's not confrontational. So she's not the one to sit here and argue and go back and forth. Like, that's not her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. She don't want to, express her feelings. Well, back then, I don't know about now. I'm just speaking on back then. She didn't really want to express her feelings, like how she was feeling towards Bnee, like to Bnee. And I'm like, well, you can't keep taking that out on me. You know what I'm saying? So they would have conversations about it, but then it would just go right back to how it was. So, you know. But no, they was not that big back then, y'all.
Vashawn, I was just a follow up to that, Caramel. How big was the shower?
They weren't. Oh, it was a pretty like it was a nice size shower. Like if we all three was in there, we could all been in there for real.
Oh, okay.
They was small. You know what I'm saying? We was kids for real. Like that's why I ain't really tripping on it because it's like it's old. So I didn't know Bnee was still holding on to it. You know, I ain't know. Because when we talked about it, it wasn't really that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really, like I'm saying, I'm not coming up here to try to bash nobody. I'm not trying to come up here and talk bad. I'm just speaking my piece on it because I'm tired of looking at it and feeling some type of way about it and then not saying nothing. So I'm going to just say something and just leave it at that. And if it's an issue, it just be an issue. It is what it is. They know where I stand.
B-Dog, let me tell
I
you
don't want it to
something.
be an issue.
You're being
But
very...
I will say this too. That's naturally, well, for them, I would say Karrin and Bnee, that's how they act when they break up with somebody. Like, they treat you like you a dog, like you ain't doing nothing for them. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, when they make it look like, damn, you ungrateful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tripping like you. Like, come on now. You know, it took me a little minute to realize that. Like, I was down bad. Like, I was depressed over that girl. It's like, sick.
Oh, wow.
And the whole time, like, you know what I'm saying? She was playing. But then when I started doing me, that's when they want to come back on ground with us naturally. Like, I'm telling you, once they got somebody else, it's like...
As it relates to... Do you know, was Bnee and Devin together during the time that you was around?
Yes.
Do you feel like his love for Bnee was genuine, and did you see him be any way ill towards her?
Devin doesn't even talk. Well, before this whole thing and he actually started speaking out, Devin wouldn't even talk unless he was spoken to. Like, Devin is that, like, introverted. Like, he's real goofy, you know what I'm saying? But he's, like, real chill, laid back. Like, he just quiet, you know?
Do you know if Tim and Devin are blood cousins?
That I don't know. I know Devin more than I know Tim, for real. I don't know nothing about Tim at all besides the whole Karrin thing.
So, let me ask this question. Was there ever a history prior to 2019 with Tim and Karrin?
Yeah. I think, like, when they was, like, I don't know, the same time Bnee was talking to him, I think they was... Yeah.
Do you think he wanted Karrin before he wanted Bnee?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that. I really don't even know. I don't know how they got down back then, because that was literally right before I met them. That was probably like 8th grade, and I met them freshman year.
So did you ever know of Tim being like a master cheater?
Only because of the whole Karrin thing. That was it. I mean, that's the only thing I knew of. So I don't know Tim to say. I can't really speak too much on him. But,
Well, let me ask you this, because he said when he was on the live, he was on BG Live. Did you catch that live with BG, Bnee, Biggie, and Tamika and Devon? Did you catch that one?
I don't think I did.
Okay, he was on there telling Devon, you know how I get.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
That one. Is Tim really about that life?
Again, I can't speak on that. But you can tell, like, come on now, y'all can tell, the ones that be doing a whole bunch of...
Because anybody that wear Mexican Jordans will never scare me.
Hey.
You're not finna scare me. Your hips wide, like you got hip plate.
Yeah, he is thick though.
Big booty, hips, Mexican Jordans. I'm trying to understand where's the fear.
He in his sophomore era. Cool. Like, okay. Tim and Karrin, they was doing that whole best friend thing. So they would be chilling at the house. And then they would bring, that's how Devin came. And they was trying to put Devin and Bnee together. You know what I'm saying?
Put Devin and Bnee together.
Karrin and Tim.
Girl,
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim, if you said Tim and Karrin was best friends.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Okay, so Tim and Karrin were like best friends, and then Debbie started coming around, and then him and Bnee, they started trying to matchmake.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But yeah.
Was this a one-time thing, or it was more than?
I can't confirm how many times, but I know it was at least that one, you know. So from what the situation was, it was multiple, but I can't confirm or deny, like, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't there personally, like there, but I was there when, you know, Bnee and all of them came out, you know, about it to me. So yeah. I'm gagging. I need a drink. I'm hollering.
No, go ahead.
The whole reason me and Karrin broke up in the first place was, you know, she didn't really want to be with girls or however that was. But so I'm like, okay, cool, we just became friends or whatever. But that was really it. Then Bnee was like, y'all seen the video. Bnee would do little stuff like that, and then Karrin would be taking it out on me and fussing at me and stuff and telling me I need to check Bnee. And I'm like, that's your sister though, like, you know what I'm saying? So it just was weird. Like, she didn't never want Bnee around me. She didn't want Bnee recording videos. She didn't want, you know, and I get that. But at the same time, if you're not going to say nothing to her, don't say nothing to me. Because I'm not, y'all see, I'm not entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was just standing there. That's just what they do.
So it's like a
They walk around. Yeah. For real.
So let me ask you one question. You can't answer, I understand, but this is something that the public has been wanting to know. Do you feel like one of Karrin's children is Tim's children?
I know for a fact it's not. Okay. I was cool with them up until literally they blocked me from everything, so I don't know. I was